Hi YouTubers, this is Alan. I'll just show you a new pipe that it's an estate pipe I acquired on eBay recently. It's what you might call a Tyrolian or Bavarian pipe, German pipe. That's beautifully made. It looks like it's briar at the bottom half here, and this looks like it's briar also. You look inside, there's got a cap on the top for smoking. It's absolutely clean, it's never been used. These are often sold as wall hangings, you know, but it'll smoke okay. It should do anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it out. And I'm going to put some Benson and Hedges Mellow Virginia and a mixture of Barmora, which is a herbal tobacco, in the bowl. The lighter for that, and we'll see how it smokes. It has an articulated part of the stem here. It's made out like a very finely woven cloth of some kind.
Unfortunately, this cancer was very, very aggressive and it took his life. That scared me more than anything. We're not asking much here, just a couple of quid a month. We're saving lives.
The stem, I'm thinking, probably is made out of horn of some kind.
035 6000 and donate just £2 a month to Cancer Research UK.
And of course they make the stems in this part of the world and that part of the world in this kind of shape. Doesn't pay to bite down on these because they'd be bitten through quite easily, I think. The other thing I wanted to draw your attention to is a book by Peter Robinson. There's a new series, or what's fairly new, on television, DCI Banks. He's the hero of the novel, his detective novel. And it's a great series on television, I quite enjoy it. So I found this book in a bookshop. I thought I'd give it a go. I like it. I haven't read any Peter Robinson before, but I think I'll be reading them again in the future. This was written in 1988, it first published. In the book, DCI Banks is fairly short for a police officer. In the TV series, he's quite a tall man. But for the life of me, I can't remember his name, the actor. He's quite a well-known actor, but his name's gone right out of my mind. Also in the book, he smokes a pipe. and that's not the case in on the TV series. I don't know whether it changes later on, because looking in the beginning of the book here, I see the stories you've written. This is an earlier one than the one that's shown recently on television. A Dedicated Man was, I think, the second book he wrote, whereas the one that's shown on TV at the moment is quite a long way down the book. Now, if he was taking up the pipe to stop smoking on the second book, then I should imagine he'd be still smoking it all the way through. And of course they've set it in the year 2000, to look at it, in the 21st century, I should say. Whereas this was in first published 1988. Of course they changed the book then to suit make it easier for them to film it, I suppose, because in the TV series they've got mobile phones. Of course they didn't have mobile phones when the book was written, so you'd have to go running off looking for a telephone box when you wanted to get in contact with somebody. So they changed various things to suit the way they make in the film. It's still a good series though. Prefer it if they kept it to the time it was written on. Well, as you've probably seen, I've had to relight this a couple of times, and I'm talking quite a lot, so that's probably my excuse. There's a hazel part to it here, which looks like hazel anyway to me. It's decorated with fawns running around the side of it, and trees in the shape of bark and leaves. It looks very nicely carved. I mean, I've smoked it a few more times, I'm probably a bit more used to it. This strikes me as a nice pipe to sit down and read a book with, especially something like Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes. A pipe to sit down and smoke and contemplate the world, or just read a book. The way the world at the moment doesn't look too good. There have been some terrible storms about the world. There have been this hurricane, Sandy, is hitting the east coast of America. New York, the state has had it bad. But one or two of the people on the International Smoking Saloon on Facebook, they said New York itself hasn't been too bad. Still, I'm glad that's all we get in this area in Wales is rain and the odd high winds, but we don't get anything like they get in some parts of the world. So I'd like to recommend detective readers of detective novels, they have a go at Peter Robinson's books. DCI Banks, quite good. These are quite thin, because written in those days, books were written around about 250 pages. What's it in here? About 270, 280 pages. Now they seem to write them 500-600 pages thick. I don't see there's any need for that, because you should be able to tell a story and hold the interest within 250, 300 pages quite easily. Publishers, I think, are asking now for people to make bigger and thicker books, so I think a lot of that can be just padding then. And I suppose people pay so much for books today, new, that they expect to have their money's worth, so they want big thick books. Me though, I buy them in second-hand bookshops, charity shops, and get them on Amazon.com under the used section. Buy them for pennies. So until the next time, like I say, I'm enjoying this now. I'm going to sit down and just finish it quietly on my own. Until the next time, here's good puffing to you all. Take care.